Now we head down to lovely Miami Gardens, Florida. And yes, I'm a stickler for geography. I'm not going to say anything about South Beach because where the Canes play is nowhere near South Beach. So Florida at Miami. I was a little surprised when this number came out on Sunday, Ari. Miami is a 7.5-point favorite in this game. They are favored by fewer points than LSU was against Florida last week. And having watched both of those teams this season, I would think Miami's better than LSU. So I was a little surprised that this number was only 7.5.
Miami has a really good functional quarterback. They have receivers who get open. They have maybe one of the 2 or 3 best offensive lines in college football. They have a running back group that is very, very good, and they have one of the best defensive game records in the country. And all of their defensive backs that they got in the portal to fix their putrid defense a year ago hit.
Yeah. So why is it 7.5?
Good. They're really good. And I know we're going to make a graphic of who we pick and Miami fans. And I just give me Florida, dude.
Really?
Fading. What? Because the answer to the obvious isn't what happens ever. It's just not. It just doesn't what happens.
But sometimes it is. And that's why I picked LSU to cover last week. Because everything in my bones told me that this is the week that Florida plays a better game, that they keep it tight, they play them tough. And guess what? Most of Florida's players did keep it tight and play them tough. But Florida's most important player threw 5 interceptions. Florida's defense was good in that game. But here's the thing. They're going to play an offense that's better than the one they played last week. LSU could not run the ball until the last series of the game. They hit a 51-yard run. So it made the stats look better. Miami will be able to consistently run the ball. And remember, Florida's best defensive lineman, Caleb Banks, he came back for the LSU game. He went out during the fourth quarter of the LSU game. He's not going to be back. In fact, he may never be back at Florida because this may knock him out. So I think Miami is going to be able to run the ball and control the clock and take possessions away from Florida. So that makes the ball more precious. Don't throw picks. Do I think DJ Lagway is going to throw 5 picks again? I don't.
I don't either.
Will he throw 2? I think that's possible. And the problem is, if Miami's sucking possessions out of the game, 2 might be enough to cripple you.
I think Miami is immeasurably better. I do. You're convincing me of stuff that I agree with.
No, but I get it because I was here last week. I said this. I think Florida. I said last week. I think Florida wins one of these because they're not that bad.
I don't think that Florida is going to win. I don't think
You think they'll just keep it close?
I think that it's an in-state battle, and they've got a pulse enough to keep the game close.
They haven't quit. I will say that they've not quit.
Everyone's going to play the transitive property game. Miami beat the crap out of the team that beat Florida on the road. Miami's beating the crap out of Notre Dame.
See, I'm not doing that with the USF thing. I'm not doing the transitive property thing here. All I'm doing is evaluating this position group by position group. What's the other problem Florida's had? They keep getting touchdowns called back because of penalties.
Yeah. And what was their biggest? If they weren't holding on that 73-yard touchdown pass, they cover easily and maybe win, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
They keep happening.
You know what you got to do to Ruben Bain to stop him?
Hold him.
Mm-hmm. So if they get a crew that doesn't call a lot of holding, maybe they're okay. But if they get a crew that calls holding when they see it, they may have some problems.
Yeah. I mean, I've faded Miami every week and have been wrong every week. And I don't want
to pick Miami every week and been right every week.
Yeah. And I don't want it to be viewed as a trend because I put Miami 3 in my poll, dude. I think Miami is awesome. If Florida is ever going to show that it is not a joke, this is the week, right?
Well, and that is why, because it's interesting. We talked before the UCLA and Virginia Tech firings about when some of this stuff might start coming down. And we said, well, it's probably going to be closer to the end of the season because the transfer portal opens. Guys who haven't redshirted are going to instantly enter the portal because they want to redshirt this season. It's a dangerous precedent to set. Well, now the seal's been broken by 2 teams. Florida has an open week next week, and then Texas comes to town. If Miami blows their doors off, that may be it. That may be it. Because at that point, I think you have reached the point of no return.
Florida has not had their doors blown off yet.
They have not. They have not. Now, ultimately, when it happens, we didn't get our doors blown off will not be the excuse that saves anybody.
No, I'm just talking about who you picked today.
Correct. But they did lose by 10 last week.
They did.
So
I'm encouraged by how much they lost to on the road in a much tougher environment. Now, I think Miami will probably be a tough environment. People are fired up. But
remember, a lot of the people who live in South Florida are Florida fans. So there will be a lot of Florida fans in the building.
Touchdown called back, 80-yard touchdown called back with a hold, 5 interceptions, lose by 10 to LSU on the road.
Remember, we also saw these 2 teams play.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Miami's changed quite a bit, but you know where Miami hasn't changed much?
The line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage. They dominated these same
Florida
people.
has changed a lot on the line of scrimmage since that game, though.
They have not.
No, I mean, they're
all the same people.
Better. Those people played so much better than they did in that game.
Have they? This season?
No, not this season, but like last
year.
They
did last season.
Yeah.
At the end of last season.
Miami wouldn't have beaten them that way if they played in week 9. I don't think.
No. But the Florida team that played USF will get drilled by Miami. Mm-hmm. Like if on the line of scrimmage, they play the way they did against USF, this will be a 21-point game. If they play the way they did against LSU, they got a shot.
This is so painful, dude. I know who's better.
I understand. We talked about this at the top of the show. You were talking about ideas versus results. I get your idea here. I understand your idea. And your idea is, and I agree, Florida is not going to quit. They have not quit yet. So that you think they're going to play tough.
Miami is better and Florida could quit. Sustaining the
I don't think they're going to quit. I really don't. But I also think it's possible that Miami's just that much better.
Yeah. Miami could be the best team in the country this year.
It's possible. It's possible. So, Ari, you have Florida and the points. I'm taking the Canes to cover.
It's going to be such I hate this. I hate
No, you do.
I hate
Are you doing this just to be opposite me? Is that the only reason?
I picked before you.
Okay. All right. I was planning on this all along, though. You know, because you've talked to me over the last 3 days. You know where I'm at on my alma mater here.
I also know that the second you're out is usually when Florida starts being good again.
That's true. That happened last year. That did happen last year. So I'm also very bad at this.
You know what, though? If we're on
keep that in mind.
I think that the most likely outcome is we're both going to be like 5-5.
It's possible, but
it's like I feel like you are taking public plays.
Well,
like it's going to be very public play. Everyone's going to bet on Miami.
But I understand the reasons why everybody would pick Florida. This is one where I feel like, having seen under the hood quite a bit, I'm not confident in them to play a competent enough game or call a competent enough game to be that close. That's the disconnect right there. So you have the Gators. I got the Canes.